Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast with Emmy, Hikins, and Trevor.
I really wish I'd not said that, actually. But anyway, so I used to be superstitious. Not really now, though, I have to say.
Yeah.
Maybe in one or two little ways, but no, I generally think superstition is ridiculous. So I'm like you on that one. Okay, did you know that in the year 2000, in Denby Dale in Yorkshire, have you heard of Denby Dale? They made what was then and may still be the world's biggest meat pie to celebrate the Millennium. Have you ever heard of that? I mean,
no.
It's obviously quite a big deal at the time, but this meat pie, let me tell you its statistics. It was 40 feet long. There's photographs of it if you look it up. 40 feet long by 9 feet wide, 3 feet deep. And it actually weighed 12 tons. Can you imagine that? It was made in September. I don't know how long it took them to actually make it. But different stories on how many people it fed or actually ate some of it. Some say 22,000. Wow. It was obviously a big event on the day to celebrate the Millennium, the turning of the century, and the Millennium itself. But some places say it was 50,000. Maybe it was like a wedding cake. People got little snippets of it. But yeah, that was to celebrate the Millennium back in 2000. Yeah. Now, what's another one? Do you know where the word Mayday? Sorry,
there's a question there just before you proceed.
Yeah, go on then.
How big is the oven?
How big is the oven? Well, that begs the question: how on earth did they make it? I guess they made it in huge chunks where they could fit it into a giant oven or something like that, and then put it together. When you see a photo, I did see a photograph of it once, and you can see it sort of put together like a patchwork quilt or something. But to think it weighed 12 tons, it was obviously quite. I think at that time, as you probably remember, lots of towns, cities, villages came up with something to celebrate the Millennium, didn't they? It was a big deal when we turned to the year 2000. Yeah. So but I don't know about how big the ovens were. No, I don't. The last one of these. Do you know where the word Mayday comes from? If an aeroplane is in trouble or a ship, they will issue a Mayday signal. Do you know where that comes from?
I'm probably guessing it must have come from the month of May.
No, it's spelt like that, isn't it? Mayday. It's actually from the French. Now the verb to help is like aider. ER is at the end, is spelled pronounced A, so aider, AIDER, and then M in front. M apostrophe is from me, from moi aider, help me. That's what it means, literally, in French, Mayday. So, of course, it just became Mayday, didn't it? So there's a few did you knows. And I'm pleased to know you're not superstitious. I still think, just without going back to that, apart from saying, I think most of us, if we are really honest, have some little things that we do or don't do because we just think, I ought to do that. It worked last time, or I'm a bit frightened. You know what I mean? I just wonder if most people have something like that.
I think most people would. It's got me thinking now. What would be mine? I can't really. But having said that, because you mentioned about the ladder, didn't you? You said, you walk under the ladder. I make it a point of rule to be conscious of my surrounding when I'm walking or when I'm going somewhere or I'm doing anything at all. I tend to be really, really safety cautious For instance, if I'm walking on a dark street in London, not necessarily in London, but it could be anywhere, couldn't it? But I always make it a point that nobody is following closely. You know, and I don't stand close to somebody when I'm stood at the bus stop. I just, you know, just those sort of things, you know. I just try to, I just try to avoid situations where, you know, my safety could be compromised. Really.
No, I think that's very sensible. Very sensible. Yeah, we all have to be, especially with the number of mobile phone thefts these days.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't really pay to walk along holding your phone, does it?
But, oh yeah, I've seen that in London where, you know, they've got these electric bikes. And they just ride along and snatch your phone. And
snatch the phone.
Yeah, so.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins.
The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.